Você vai deixar a vida te levar? Quem você quer ser? O que você vai fazer? Acredito que nós podemos te dar uma direção e te ajudar. Aqui, você vai aprender inglês e francês, e como fazer o seu currículo e a sua carta de apresentação para conseguir o seu trabalho no Canadá. É agora? Mexa-se e mude a sua vida, corajosamente indo onde você nunca foi antes.
You know that you and only you can change your life. It is time to make your dreams a reality in your life. We are going to help you now. Here, you are going to learn how to have a decent conversation with people around you, in your life, in your working place, and get your new job, in your life. In this video, you will learn little by little these new things. Don't need to rush yourself. Now let's see. To boldly go, where you have never gone before.
Grammar terms: a glossary of English grammatical and linguistic terms, with definitions, explanations and example sentences. This glossary of English grammar terms relates to the English language. Some terms here may have additional or extended meanings when applied to other languages. For example, case in some languages applies to pronouns and nouns. In English, nouns do not have cases, and therefore no reference to nouns is made in its definition here. Term definition: active voice, one of two voices in English, a direct form of expression where the subject performs or acts the verb. See also passive voice, e.g. Many people eat rice. Adjective: part of speech that typically describes or modifies a noun, e.g. it was a big dog. Adjective clause: seldom used term for relative clause, adjunct word or phrase that adds information to a sentence and that can be removed from the sentence without making the sentence ungrammatical, e.g. I met John at school. Adverb: word that modifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb, e.g. quickly, really. Very: adverbial clause, dependent clause that acts like an adverb and indicates such things as time, place or reason, e.g. although we are getting older, we grow more beautiful each day. Affirmative statement that expresses or claims to express a truth or yes meaning, opposite of negative, e.g. the sun is hot. Affix: language unit, morpheme, that occurs before or after or sometimes within the root or stem of a word, e.g. un and unhappy. Prefix: ness and happiness. Suffix: agreement, also known as concord. Logical: in a grammatical sense, links between words based on tense, case or number, e.g. this phone, these phones. Antecedent: word, phrase or clause that is replaced by a pronoun or other substitute when mentioned subsequently in the same sentence or later, e.g. Emily is nice because she brings me flowers. A positive noun: phrase that re-identifies or describes its neighboring noun, e.g. Canada, a multicultural country, is recognized by its maple leaf flag.
You will keep listening to this video to have what is missing. So stay tuned. Don't be naive and click on the subscribe and like buttons and help us to achieve more people. Now, let's keep moving.
Term definition: article determiner that introduces a noun phrase as definite, the or indefinite, an aspect feature of some verb forms that relates to duration or completion of time. Verbs can have no aspect, simple, or can have continuous or progressive aspect, expressing duration, or have perfect or perfective aspect, expressing completion. Auxiliary verb, also called helping verb, verb used with the main verb to help indicate something such as tensor voice, e.g. I do not like you. She is finished. He can swim. Bare infinitive, unmarked form of the verb, no indication of tense, mood, person, or aspect, without the particle to, typically used after modal auxiliary verbs. See also infinitive, e.g. he should come. I can swim. Base form, basic form of a verb before conjugation into tenses, etc., e.g. B. Speak, case form of a pronoun based on its relationship to other words in the sentence. Case can be subjective, objective or possessive, e.g. I love this dog loves me, this is my dog. Causative verb, verb that causes things to happen such as make, get and have. The subject does not perform the action, but is indirectly responsible for it, e.g. She made me go to school, I had my nails painted. Clause, group of words containing a subject and its verb, e.g. It was late when he arrived. Comparative adjective form of an adjective or adverb, may with or more, that is used to show differences or similarities between two things, not three or more things, e.g. colder, more quickly. Complement part of a sentence that completes or adds meaning to the predicate, e.g. Mary did not say where she was going. Compound noun that is made up of more than one word, can be one word, or hyphenated, or separated by a space, e.g. toothbrush, mother-in-law. Christmas Day. Compound sentence with at least two independent clauses, usually joined by a conjunction, e.g. you can have something healthy, but you can't have more junk food. Conquered. Another term for agreement. Conditional structure in English where one action depends on another, if then or then if structure. Most common are first, second, and third conditionals, e.g. if I win I will be happy, I would be happy if I won. Conjugate to show the different forms of a verb according to voice, mood, tense, number and person. Conjugation is quite simple in English compared to many other languages, e.g. I walk, you walk, he or she it walks, we walk, they walk, I walked, you walked, he or she it walked, we walked, they walk. Conjunction word that joins or connects two parts of a sentence, e.g. Ram likes tea and coffee. Anthony went swimming although it was raining. Content word that has meaning in a sentence, such as a verb or noun, as opposed to a structure word, such as pronoun or auxiliary verb. Content words are stressed in speech, e.g. could you bring my glasses because I've left them at home. Continuous, also called progressive, verb form, specifically an aspect, indicating actions that are in progress or continuing over a given time period, can be past, present or future, formed with be plus, verbing, e.g. they are watching TV. Contraction, shortening of two or more words into one. Egg, isn't, is not, we would have. Countable noun, thing that you can count, such as apple, pen, tree. See uncountable noun, e.g. 1 apple, 3 pens, 10 trees.
Don't insist on living in your golden cage any longer and get out from it. Come on, start moving. Take your destiny into your hands and inform yourself to make wise decisions which will lead your life to the place you want it to be. Don't need to rush yourself, but do not waste your valuable time. Now it is your turn to click on the subscribe and like buttons. It's free and it depends only on you. Don't be naive. Thank you. Now, let's go back to our video.
Dangling participle, a logical structure that occurs in a sentence when a writer intends to modify one thing, but the reader attaches it to another, e.g. running to the bus, the flowers were blooming. In the example sentence it seems that the flowers were running. Declarative sentence type typically used to make a statement, as opposed to a question or command, e.g. Tara works hard, it wasn't funny. Defining relative clause, also called restrictive relative clause that contains information required for the understanding of the sentence, not set off with commas. See also non-defining clause, e.g. the boy who was wearing a blue shirt was the winner. Demonstrative pronoun, demonstrative adjective pronoun or determiner that indicates closeness to, this, these, or distance from, that, those, the speaker, e.g. this is a nice car, can you see those cars? Dependent clause, part of a sentence that contains a subject and a verb, but does not form a complete thought and cannot stand on its own. See also independent clause, e.g. when the water came out of the tap. Determiner word such as an article or a possessive adjective or other adjective that typically comes at the beginning of noun phrases, e.g. it was an excellent film, do you like my new shirt? Let's buy some eggs. Direct speech, saying what someone said by using their exact words. See also indirect speech, e.g. Lucy said, I am tired. Direct object noun phrase in a sentence that directly receives the action of the verb. See also indirect object, e.g. Joey bought the car, I like it, can you see the man wearing a pink shirt and waving a gun in the air? Embedded question that is not a normal question form with a question mark. It occurs within another statement or question and generally follows statement structure, e.g. I don't know where he went, can you tell me where it is before you go? They haven't decided whether they should come. Finite verb form that has a specific tense, number and person, e.g. I work, he works, we learned, there and first conditional if-then conditional structure used for future actions or events that are seen as realistic possibilities, e.g. if we win the lottery we will buy a car. Fragment incomplete piece of a sentence used alone as a complete sentence. A fragment does not contain a complete thought. Fragments are common in normal speech, but unusual, inappropriate, informal writing, e.g. when's her birthday? In December. Will they come? Probably not. Function, purpose or job of a word, form or element in a sentence, e.g. the function of a subject is to perform the action. One function of an adjective is to describe a noun. The function of a noun is to name things. Future continuous, also called future progressive, tense used to describe things that will happen in the future at a particular time, formed with will plus be plus verb ing, e.g. I will be graduating in September. Future perfect tense used to express the past in the future, formed with will have plus verb ed, e.g. I will have graduated by then. Future perfect continuous tense used to show that something will be ongoing until a certain time in the future, formed with will have been plus verb ing, e.g. we will have been living there for 3 months by the time the baby is born. Future simple tense used to describe something that hasn't happened yet, such as a prediction or a sudden decision, formed with will plus base verb, e.g. he will be late. I will answer the phone. Genitive case expressing relationship between nouns, possession, origin, composition, etc., e.g. John's dog, door of the car, children's songs, pile-offs and.
You know that the only way to not be a lonely spectator of your history is to take your life into your hands, and only you can do this. Here you can see the things that matter for this purpose. Achieve your dreams and take the courage to get down in the rabbit hole to wake up in the other place that you've dreamed of. Tell us in the comments below which one you feel is better for you. Don't worry, we will do the changes to answer you. To sound more native-like, practice saying what you just heard. This will increase your skills when you will have to talk to other people. Remember, the vowels will vibrate the sound waves, and the consonants will put a stop or a pause in the sound waves and mark a cadence for you to follow this musicality that will be created in your sayings. This way, you can create the syllables to strengthen your message, either to inform or to impose your arguments in your talking. This way you can control your conversations and impress your audience. Go in the description to have the link to the Canada Smart Mind website and go deeper into your study to reach your dreams. Thank you very much for watching this video and be in touch with us. Keep up there and write your story. I'll see you at the next one. Stay tuned. Bye for now.